Twitter is just ridiculous, man. Like, look at this. Ayo, guys, X, formerly known as Twitter, is at it again. This time they're losing their collective minds over, yeah, who could have guessed it that it would have been Kazuya's hair. Yeah, his hair. Even the so-called fans like this guy can't even recognize the main character anymore. But jokes aside, that's not the main issue here. Apparently the man gets a new haircut and suddenly people are screaming that the author just made himself the main character. So let's look in this. Is there any truth behind this? Did Reiji actually self-insert himself into the manga now, or is it all because the main character just changed his hair back to his natural hair color because he's doing internship interviews? Well, let's just go over all the tweets full of nonsense online and then just go debunk how ridiculous some of the hate is getting to. But first, let's kick off the video by hitting the like and hype buttons. That would help me out so much because today we're diving deep into one of the most delusional takes I've seen in a minute. So let's get something straight. The rent-a-girlfriend haters have had some wild theories before, like how Reiji is totally in love with Shizuru and that's why Kazuya won't get with her because there's no way he's gonna let anyone have Shizuru. Or actually, the story will end with Reiji self-inserting himself and getting the girl. I mean, look at this. I wouldn't even call this fan art, just this art clip that someone posted up online. I ain't gonna lie, it's kind of funny though. Also, of course, there has been the whole NTR nonsense. I know that was a bad look and now leading to people thinking that Umi is actually Reiji's self-insert and that's who Shizuru is going to end up with. But recent developments have shot down those little fan or hater theories. But somehow now, Kazuya's new hair change is how Reiji has self-inserted himself into the story so he can finally end up with Shizuru. So here's what actually happened to everyone that's not really following the series. Chapter 399 drops, Kazuya has showed up with his natural hairstyle and a new haircut. He is in the middle of his self-improvement arc and looking for internships, and instead of celebrating this glow up, Twitter decides to go full detective mode saying that, hey, are you seeing this? Reiji has finally drawn himself into the story. This confirms that Kazuya is the author. He is finally living out his fantasies. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you, I could see the resemblance. I'm not gonna sit here and be blind, but you know, if that was the case, if with that logic, then every rom-com author on earth is guilty of doing this. Because you see so many rom-com main characters that just look like self-insert characters, and that's my one complaint about Kazuya's new look, is that he looks very basic. He looks like any other rom-com MC. But like I've said in the past, most of these haters don't read Rent-a-Girlfriend or have never watched the first episode and just hate on it because it's the popular thing to do. Because if they've read the first chapter or seen the first episode, you will see that Kazuya has always looked like this, except the haircut. I mean, this time he looks a little bit more awkward. You always get that awkward first haircut look. But no. Everyone is so quick to say that this is now an autobiography. It went from Reiji really hates this guy to, hey, this is actually him. And while yes, he is in his self-improvement arc right now, Kazuya still isn't as confident as his tweet claims him to be. Or you can even argue that maybe he is a little bit mature, and unfortunately, he's still not very likable even amongst fans. But now once again, there is the whole Rent-a-Girlfriend misinformation spreading around the internet because this person is claiming that now Kazuya is the perfect character ever since, alright, I'm not gonna pronounce that name. How do you even pronounce this? Well, now that Reiji has self-inserted himself as the main character. But I will say that if suddenly Kazuya did become more confident, and then like all these things were true, I would really believe that, yeah, maybe Reiji did self-insert himself to be a lot cooler now. Okay, this one is funny. Reiji's art is insane. Did you guys see the new volume cover? Oh my god, he does not have to go this hard on it. But I'm so sure that there was always going to be a sex scene at the end of Rent-a-Girlfriend. Ain't no way that Reiji just draws this and then those kiss panels are just being so passionate and not draw all of that. Twitter is going to lose his damn mind when that happens, but Kazuya, you know, he doesn't have to be a self-insert for him to even just do this. He's already done this in the past. It don't make it right, but you know, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. What can you do? This has even gone international. Obviously, here in the States where I'm from, we would be considered international, but now you could even see that in Spanish and Indonesian-speaking countries, and probably even more that this whole gag is making its rounds. But I do want to say this, that I think that in the United States and most English-speaking countries, Rent-a-Girlfriend is really hated, but outside of that, it's really well received, especially in my comment section. I see people from around the world that really enjoy the series. But you're obviously getting that no, this is not what is going on. Reiji did not self-insert himself into the series. Reiji literally said years ago that Kazuya would get the girl. And yes, he might put a little bit of himself into the character, but you know, there's still a separation between the character and the author. He even said that the reason that this show has gone on for so long is because the characters are the one that lead the story, not himself. And even then, people were so convinced convinced that it wouldn't happen, that Kazuya would end up with Shizuru. I mean, the rejection didn't help in how long the manga has been going on for, but that has always been the end goal. It's not all of a sudden he self-inserted himself and now he's getting the girl. That's not how that works. And even if he did do this, it wouldn't even be that he ends up with Shizuru, because lately he's been really into promoting Ruka, even going as far as saying that maybe she is the cutest character in Rent-a-Girlfriend, and I tend to agree as a big Ruka fan. In that case, if the story ends with him ending up with Ruka, I would be the happiest of campers. So maybe you guys are really cooking with these self-insert theories. If that's the case and Ruka wins, I'm all for it. But also, what happened to Umi being the self-insert of Reiji? What's going on there? No one online is going to mention how he just got rejected recently? Huh? No? I guess none of the hype moments in Rent-a-Girlfriend are gonna trend. Or how Kazuya is going to go on a date with Shizuru again after getting rejected, but he did this before when he had his regular hair color, or I guess his dyed hair color that we're so used to. Or getting the confirmation that Shizuru is completely so down bad for Kazuya, but this Kazuya. Like I've said before, the people have skipped over every interview, don't read the series or watch it, and just saw a panel and went, yep, that's Reiji's final form, alright. And I know guys, I know that I'm a big Rent-a-Girlfriend fan, but I'm not here to say that this is the best series, and if you don't like it, you have every right to not like it. We have a right to like things and not like things. And I know how quick people are to twist anything that's Rent-a-Girlfriend related and then just turn it into a big insult. Like in the story, if Kazuya cries, he's pathetic. If Kazuya tries to improve himself, now it's a self-insert fantasy. If Shizuru breathes, she's the most mid character of all time. If Shizuru shows signs of being in love, she's a toxic person. But hey, it is what it is. It's all part of the Rent-a-Girlfriend experience, and one of the reasons why I really love the series, because I really love the way people react online about it. And I won't lie, I'm not here to be a fun police. Some of the comments were really funny, some of the tweets are hilarious, but then you start seeing some really nasty tweets, and I just had a need to make a video on this. And plus, you know, hey, more YouTube content for me. Like, I get it, you don't like Rent-a-Girlfriend, but it's not that bad, like, for you to tweet this. And then finally, I really want to end the video on the purpose of the hair change, and I really do think that this hair is way closer to Kazuhito's hair, Chizuru's grandpa. And well, mostly only on the full color spread does it really look like that and give me that vibe. Here the hair actually looks its best, but I won't lie, Kazuya just doesn't look like Kazuya anymore. I guess you could say I like the old hair, or maybe I just got so used to it and it was a unique look and sort of iconic to Kazuya. Plus, we already have the connection in chapter 383 where Kazuya was giving Shizuru a piggyback ride and Shizuru got a scent of Kazuya's hair and it reminded her of her grandpa. And if you don't know, Shizuru of course loved and admired her grandpa, especially for all the unconditional love and support for her in her acting career. And right now she really desperately needs some unconditional support right now while she prepares for her biggest role yet, and she will find this with Kazuya, and now especially with his new haircut. But yeah, anyway, that's all for today's chaos, guys. Hit the like and hype buttons and drop a comment what you really think about his new hairstyle. Did I hit it on the nose right there at the end? Let me know. And while you're down there, why not hit the subscribe button? I would appreciate it so much, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching, I appreciate you. I bet you guys thought it was Rent-a-Girlfriend Tuesday today, huh?